Alright, what it do, Eagles fans? Welcome back. Welcome back. It's week two. Week two. Eagles able to get the dub against the Patriots last week, 25-20. Game started off strong. Darius Slay, pick six, all that stuff. Eagles were doing work at first, up like 16-0, and then the Patriots ended up fighting back. And making the game, they scored 14 unanswered, and then it came down to just some gritty stuff at the end, and the Eagles ended up winning. See, I'm not gonna be like all the other Eagle fans, or some. There's some fans that are just going off on just how the game script was and stuff like that. It's week one. It's week one. Everybody's trying to figure out how they want to play in week one. We've seen upsets all around the league. The Chiefs, the Bengals, and some other team just getting upset. It happens. It's week one. Nobody knows what they're doing, trying to find out who they are. Eagles last year started off against the Lions, and what happened? It was one of those games like this one. Very sloppy. Eagles, we think you're supposed to blow this team out. Eagles barely pull out and win the game. So, hey, it's week one. Calm down. If this stuff keeps happening 3 weeks in, then we'll talk more about it. But as of right now, hey, it's Thursday night football, baby. Time to put that game behind you. You got the dub. Now let's go ahead and get the dub against the Vikings. We all know that how Eagle fans hate the Vikings ever since that NFC Championship game before going to Super Bowl. The only thing I remember is Go Birds. That one dude to the Vikings fan, I believe it was, Go Birds, doing that, and they came in and tried to do the score chant by Rocky Stadium and everything. So this rivalry has really picked up the last couple of years. Now, when it comes to this game, um, we all know what the odds going to be on is Jay Jettis. Darius Slay, or let me say Slay versus Jettis. Last year, Slay shut him down. Slay made Jettis look bad last year when we played him. Now, whole new year. How's it going to work? Because yesterday, or not yesterday, but last week, Jay Jettis was able to put up 150 yards. 150 against Tampa Bay. And we all know Slay is going to follow Justin Jefferson, especially with Bradbury being out. And with Bradbury being out, that means that we're going to have Josh Jobe in. Josh Jobe is going to be taking over his spot. I think he's a second year, and I know he's from Alabama. So we'll see how he does on the rookie wide receiver that they have. But the rookie also got a touchdown last week as well. Let me pull up his information real quick. Let's see here. Give me just a second, but while I'm pulling this up, the thing the Eagles are going to have to do in this game is sack Kirk Cousins. Gotta sack him. We got two last week against Mac Jones. Could have had a little bit more pressure, but for the most part, he was getting the ball out pretty quick. Kirk Cousins, he's sacked 3 times against the Buccaneers last week. Eagles, Jalen Hurts, he got sacked 3 times. Offensive line have to step up their game because they did not play the best last week when it comes to protecting Hurts. Hurts had a lot of pressure. We don't have running backs that can really make blocks when it comes really for that department. And then we have our guy out. So we got to do it. We got to see what we're going to do because we didn't use Penny last week. Swift was barely involved. Cam Gainwell got all the work, and he's out with ribs. So we got to see how we're going to use him this week. Because what we're going to do. We got to use Penny. We got to use Swift more. And we still got Boston Scott. We can't just keep Boston into the Giants every year. We got to use these running backs. We brought Swift in, we brought Penny, and we got to use them. I didn't like the rotation last week. Like, why did we bring these guys in? We're not even going to use them. Game was pretty good. I'm not going to complain. Game was good. But he's not great. I don't think he's a number one. Swift is more of a number one that needs a higher workload. But we're going to see what they're going to do this week. They're talking about, I heard here on this saying that if Swift needs a higher workload, he would get the higher workload. Alright, but let's see here. The week one, we're looking for the Vikings. I'm over here messing up, guys. But I'm still looking it up while I'm doing that. Now, Kirk Cousins did throw 2 touchdowns last week as well with 344 passing yards. Again, 150 went to Jay Jettis. So, I mean, if we can just slow these guys down, we will be looking good. All right, let me click here on the Vikings. All right. And stats. I hate when they just change up on the internet. Like, oop, if I click this and it changes up, it messes up everything. Okay. But another thing I'm gonna say too, Eagles are going to be without N'Kobe Dean. Stepping in his place is Christian Ellis. Dean, he has, I believe, a rib injury. Don't get me wrong, but I think he has a rib injury. So he's going to be out. And Christian Ellis is going to be in. Have the green dot, doing the whole quarterback of the defense. So let's see how he does. I've heard reports of saying that, Dean, he's more of a talkative guy, and Christian Ellis is more of a, just not as talkative of a person, but that doesn't mean he can't be good at this role here. Cunningham made some mistakes, so we're going to see how he works with Ellis. When it comes to defensive line was on point last week. They were pretty good. They were good for the most part, especially when it came to the running game. All those guys did work. People got their first sacks on the Eagles. So it's really good to see. All right, but let's see here. So wide receivers, Jordan Addison, that's his name. He got 4 receptions, off of 6 targets, 61 yards. Like I said, that's who Josh Jobe is going to be covering. So we're going to see how this is going to work. Josh Jobe is going to have a lot in his hands. The defense coordinator, he can't play scared. He's got to let the dogs out, let the dogs play. Again, week 1 is all about just feeling your opponent to see how everything is. So let's see how that week 2 looks. Short week. We got to come out swinging. Now, when it comes to that running back last week, without having Dalvin Cook, they didn't do too much. Alexander Madison, he had 11 attempts, 34 yards. That's all he had. Against the Patriots, they had 22 rushing attempts against the Eagles for 76 yards. So, like I said, stout when it comes to run defense the Eagles were last week. So can they do it again against Madison? Because I know he wants to step it back up from how he looked last week. Now, we all know how this game could come down to passing. They got to pass. They don't have to pass. That's what the Vikings are. They're a passing team. They've been a passing team for a while now. And now they got these 2 young wide receivers. We're going to just see how it goes, If we can shut down, we can get calls, say 2 turnovers, Eagles win. And last week, I think Kirk Cousins fumbled 2 times. So Jalen Carter, he get there, boom, but Brandon Graham, Fletcher Cox, they get back there. Kirk Cousins will drop the ball. We can make a fumble. Eagles get turnovers, quick field, boom, boom, bam. A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith. We do have to get Dallas Goedert more involved. Last week, I think he only got 1 target late in the game. Horrible. We can't do that no more. Dallas Goedert needs to be in offense. Even whenever we're playing somebody like the Patriots and Bill Belichick, we know Belichick would take away top targets. Doesn't matter. That cannot happen again. Dallas Goedert, on the first series, he needs at least 2-3 targets. He needs to be in the game plan. And we need to establish a run, get Swift, Penny involved, Boston Scott involved, have all these guys. Swift needs to at least have about 10 attempts. Penny about at least another 5-6. Scott 3-4, depending on how the game flows, But the Eagles should be able to win this game. The high expectations, Jalen. When you're running, hold on to the ball. You fumbled again, just like in the Super Bowl. You gotta hold on to the ball. I'm not really mad about the play call, but in that situation, but you just got to understand people are trying to hit that ball, trying to get it out. Gotta hold on to it. A.J. Brown, keep doing you. Devontae Smith, keep doing you. Got it? I have a feeling this is gonna be your week. Eagles defense, I'm feeling 3 sacks. At minimum 3 sacks. Get Kirk Cousins, hold on to the ball, and again, they're gonna try to throw it deep. trying to hit Jay Jettis. So Eagles get these sacks, get at least 3 turnovers. Eagles gonna win. I'd say about 20. Let's say 28 to like 16. When I heard the spread was over like a touchdown, which I think is fairly feasible for the Eagles. Thursday night game, short week, and then these boys coming back to Philly again, where they just haven't been able to win the past 2 times. Can they win this time? I don't see it happen. Well, Eagles gonna get this dub. Fly Eagles fly. Let's go and knock it out. And tomorrow I'm actually gonna be playing Madden. Thinking about playing about 4:30 Central Time. So 3:30 where I'm at. Run a couple of games before the Eagles. Hey, come on in, chat. Let's have a good old fun time. And again, it's happy NFL is back, baby. But other than that, fly Eagle fly, baby. Y'all take care and enjoy the rest of your day or night or whatever time you're listening. Later, guys.